Hello, this is Lucia Arden again, and I want to say that I've been an American lover and a lover for many years, but that's been my work. And I wanted to say I've had, and I'll just get to the point, and this is, I'm not complaining, had a lot of violence, death and even violence, many violences. I lived in California, and they didn't want me to produce my work. But I noticed in this book, Arise to God Truth, and this was written in 2020 and published. And I'm trying to justify myself now because I'm independent to show my work and all that I've said come to pass. But they used my ideas and they kept me quiet. And even all my books I wrote, Our Need to Give to the World, Arise to God's Truth, and the two books that I wrote recently, In God's Power, America Save Your Legacy, and In God First, America or Miracle, but they're political books. They wouldn't let me put them on Amazon till later because they used my ideas. But I want to show you this one saying that I think it's very important to show you this statement, because I am trying to justify myself as a person in community, because they said many lies. I was put in jail. I was put in a place and making lies about me and everything. That was in California because I believed in producing freedom, and I'm the one who was one of the first lay people that asked for President Trump to come in to save our America. But I want to read this. This was in Divine Message Justification. It says, we are justified in our intimate relationship with God. Just you are justified in a solution of redemption between individuals and groups. It is the same with God, yet the holy and filled with wisdom of the love of God. But we need to do forgiveness and so forth. So that's another story, but that's when you have an intimate relationship with God to help you. I will justify you, daughter, because the sin that has been upon you, you will be justified. What is justification? This is for everyone who do not feel guilt for mistakes or other mistakes made upon them. So the Spirit of the Lord says, justification of love. Sing to the Lord a new song, for the Lord has done marvelous things. God's right hand and holy arm have gotten the victory. And that's what's happened to me, because I have to say I had to forgive, and I was bitter at first when they took all my ideas, and they even killed me, and I came back to life. But I didn't have enough facts that were trying to kill me in the car accidents. But they did many violences everywhere I live, and still today I have violence. But this book is Arise to God's Truth. And I want to show you some things in the book. But this is very serious, because this is for all countries, all places that are very, very important. And now it's it's controlling, the computer's controlling the situation here and not letting me work on this for some reason. So let's do this. So I said that all the electric lines have to be fixed. All the electric lines have to be fixed. Here it is right here. It says gas needs to be checked. Here it is. It's low battery. It says gas needs to be checked with cities and monitors and leaks. Gas is the first cause of lung cancer, but also because of the spraying, the chemical spraying, things what they do with the spraying and I think that has a big system with it. Why? I think gas should be minimally used in homes, and they changed that. They made new laws because I tested it on my own experience, but electricity should, and also use solar and my other work now, I said to use small portions of nuclear energy and also fusion. All lines and systems need to be checked. Electricity, all lines and systems need to be checked. Also, security systems need to be installed to main power centers for people that geopolitical powers that try to come into us, such as China. Electric is the highest technology. All lines and systems need to be checked and monitored. Also, security systems need to be installed in main centers. That's what I was saying in 2018-19, because even before there was a big fire and big rains in Montecito, San Gabriel Valley in 2018-19, and there was burning and terrible, but I told them to protect their lines before that divine message. And this is very important. And it's very important that we need to help our children, and which is all relates, so they can prepare to take care and restore our community. I was just talking to a lovely lady in Cyprus, and I went in to ask if they needed any help with the presentations, with what the children need. And the children need to be directly prepared to restore all things in community that need to be restored, because some of our education doesn't fulfill all the needs of the world today. But each child has to study the ecosystem of choice, whether it's the ocean, forest, water, soil, atmosphere, oil, natural gas, electricity, and even a science related of ecosystems. And they should have notebooks and study it. And I believe they also should have a small trade. And Mr. Fink, I told him about this and asked him to come and help us, because he owns the most real estate in the United States, and 60%, and he's supposed to own 80% internationally by 2030. BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. So this all relates. And electricity, as I told you before, each child has to study the ecosystems of choice: ocean, forest, water, soil, atmosphere, natural gas, electricity. And we need to restore and protect. The child also have to have entrepreneurial skills and learn basic survival living and accounting and spending. They have to store their schools. They should have stores in their schools. So these are all things, but they all relate. And all water systems, they have to have filter water in all the schools, and the water I talked about in the beginning. But this all relates, and that's what in infrastructures. And notice, this is very, very important. Water is the most important precious resource, and all water basins need to be taken care of. Because I won't name the name, but I saw on an island, and because many countries, America has it too, but in Europe, I saw that there was terrible water that was damaged and smelled like sewage, but it was right next to all the housing, right next to a beautiful hotel, right next to the ocean. And all this needs to be fixed. And billionaires, we could support them in a sense that they could buy bonds with a Bitcoin bond, or to protect our nation. You could sell bonds and give us money on these communities to protect and restore. So the children should be learning about these things, because we have developed things differently and incorrectly while we evolved, such as the tall buildings and water systems, and the way we did sewage systems and so forth, that they were incorrect. We didn't make them at the highest level of justice. We had good intention, but sometimes we didn't make them at the best when we evolved. So we need to make changes. And so this is very, very important to do this. So this is Children and Young Adults Educational Authority of Truth in the Private and Public Schools. This was written before around 2020 or before. And that's what I was saying. That's why I asked that the money now that we give to these homeschool kids in America need to do some of these things. We need the self-sufficient understanding of basic accounting needs and daily living and entrepreneurial project of a production of a purpose of trade. Also, investment understanding in stock and other types of commodities. Here it is right here, recycling. And that's another thing. I'm the one that talked about the microplastics. I used to knock at the doors and ask to make people aware of the microplastics in 2007. But so let's go on, and I'll show you what it shows in here it is right here. Edison failed to fix the electricity lines, and that's what they're saying why there was the fires. But then on the other hand, I heard release the water. A main person that owns most of the water wouldn't release the water. Same thing with Newsom. I heard that he wouldn't release water, give water to the farmers in America, in San Francisco area, Northern California area. But it's not just the I believe it's not just the electric lines, it's also that's what started the fires. But why didn't they release the water? And I don't want to name the name because I don't have facts, but I heard that a main person owns the water in California, but they didn't release it to turn these water, to stop the fires. This is terrible. This is terrible. But I said that all electric lines have to be fixed.
Canada, and,
okay? And that's what we need. We need to walk together in the land of truth and beauty and love to protect our women, to protect our family, so we can have a beautiful country. This is very serious. I appreciate your time. This is Lucia Arden. Thank you so much. And that book was written for a long while back. Thank you so much. This is Lucia Arden. And I'm actually I sing too, but I'm also a speaker, singer, and I'm a political consultant, which I've done for years, and a guard of solutions. Of solutions. I have solutions for the people. And they hired me because they didn't want them to be, people didn't want to know who I was. That's why they tried to kill me. I still have violence on almost every side. By the grace of God, I have people allowing me to live somewhere. You know, it's a very serious thing. We need to protect these people, just like Leo the 14th tells us that the journalists need to be protected and respected. And it's very, very serious. And I've been working on this for many years, and I have a sweet children's book for Salvation for All. Salvation for All. And it's about Jesus Christ. And it talks about the Sacred Heart. But I believe all the power and love and all what we're working for is to the reconciliation of humanity to God. And this book is on Amazon, and it's all year round, and it has over 20 something languages. And I did this book myself. I wrote this book myself. And I also did the artwork. And I believe that all the children, they need art. They need all the culture. They need music. They need all art. Arts is very important for creation. And AI, I saw a top Tony, a top coach. He said, Tony, AI something. He said something about AI. I agree. AI is good and excellent, but not perfect. Okay? The only perfectness comes from the human thought of the highest justice that I believe comes from God. Because I believe God created us and we have a breath of God in us. It's in Genesis. You can see my book. It's called Reu the Nebesh. Thank you so much. God bless you. This is Lucia Arden. I'd be happy to help you and work together with you. And I'm excited. And I am a consultant for individuals, for families, and for children at a high school or in high school trying to find their vocations, and also adults developing and evolving, and also politicians. I'm the one that told them about to check all the offices. I'm the one that told them about all these things about tariffs and so forth and so on, and I'll show you that later. Thank you so much. God bless you. This is Lucia Arden. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Please look me up. And I'm a solution maker, and also I am not an expert in every subject, but I empower those who are expert in every subject. I empower those people because I critically think, but also, number one, I do pray, and that's where I get my information, through the guidance of the power of God within me, just like President Washington did in the team originally in 1774. We have a prayer called the Continental Congress of 1774. You look it up. That we have a covenant with God, that we would seek and love him and seek him in obedience, and he'll protect us. Thank you so much. God bless you. This is Lucia Arden.